They thought they were buying a charming southern dream. But the moment they found that mirror in the attic, the house started watching them back. And in room 3, someone was waiting. Welcome to Clock Strikes 3 Storytime. Let's begin. The mirror in room 3, a true southern haunting. Tonight's story takes us deep into the heart of Louisiana, to a place where the past never truly died. And some spirits still check in, long after the guests have checked out. This is the tale of the mirror in room 3, based loosely on the real-life hauntings of the Myrtles Plantation. When Ellie and Jordan, a young couple from Baton Rouge, bought the crumbling old plantation house, they weren't chasing ghosts. They were chasing dreams. The property was historic, overgrown, yes, weather-beaten, sure, but it had charm. Creaky staircases, sweeping verandas, Spanish moss dripping from ancient trees. It was perfect. Their plan: restore it. Open a cozy little bed and breakfast. Southern charm with a spooky twist. They just didn't realize how twisted it would get. The first guest arrived 2 weeks after they opened. A solo traveler, quiet, polite, said she just wanted to get away from things. She chose room 3. The next morning, Ellie found her in the dining room, eyes puffy, hands shaking. She hadn't slept. "There was a woman in my room," she whispered. "I woke up and she was standing in the corner, wearing green, watching me." Jordan offered a free breakfast and a skeptical smile. Old houses creak, shadows shift. People imagine things, but the woman left early, didn't even take the complimentary beignets. That night, Ellie had a dream. She was standing at the foot of the stairs. A woman in a green turban stood at the top, face hidden in shadow. She raised a hand and pointed toward room 3. Ellie jolted awake, heart pounding. She shook it off. Stress, she told herself. Just stress. The next day, while cleaning the attic, they found it. An antique mirror, old, dusty, etched with vines across its frame. They brought it down. Thought it would be perfect decor for the hallway outside room 3. They didn't know. That mirror had a memory. Over the next few weeks, guests in room 3 began reporting similar dreams. A woman in green, standing still, watching. One guest even took a selfie in the mirror, only to later notice a faint figure standing behind her in the reflection, though she'd been alone in the hall. Ellie and Jordan tried laughing it off. Part of the charm, Jordan joked, but Ellie had stopped sleeping. The dreams had returned, more vivid now. Each night, the woman moved closer, and always, she pointed. One rainy evening, with no guests staying over, Ellie walked past the mirror and froze. There were handprints, tiny, smudged handprints pressed against the inside of the glass. She wiped them away, heart racing. But when she turned, the hallway was empty. She told Jordan. He told her to get some rest. But that night he saw it too. He walked past the mirror, casually glanced, and saw Ellie standing behind him. Only Ellie was upstairs. Determined to get answers, Ellie began researching the plantation's history. There it was, buried in an old newspaper clipping. A servant named Chloe, rumored to wear a green turban, once lived there. She was accused of poisoning the family who owned the house. Legend said she'd been hanged under the old oak tree. Some say her spirit became trapped in a mirror, removed from the house after her death. That mirror had just been returned. And where was room 3? Right above the original servant quarters. The couple moved the mirror into storage, but every few months, it finds its way back. Once, they locked it in the barn, found it outside room 3 the next morning. Guests still report strange dreams. The woman in green always pointing, not threatening, just waiting. Ellie says sometimes she still hears whispering through the floorboards, especially when room 3 is empty. And every time she passes that mirror, she avoids looking into it because now the handprints are back and they're growing larger. Some say mirrors are gateways, others say they're just glass. But if you ever visit a southern bed and breakfast and the mirror looks too old, you might want to sleep with the lights on. And if someone in green visits you in a dream, don't follow her. So, would you spend the night in room 3? Or would you keep walking past that mirror and never look back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to know if you dare. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with that one friend who swears they don't get scared. And remember, in the world of the haunted, reflections can follow you home. Until next time, stay spooky.